Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. The graphs of f and g are given as we can see here on the following picture. So part A, state the values of f of -4 and g of 3. The purpose of this exercise is how we can extract information from the graph of a function. Okay, let's us try to find f of -4. Okay, first locate the x equals -4. So this is x equals 0. X equals -4 will be 4 units to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's x equals -4. And then for this x equals -4, find a point on the graph that has -4 as its x coordinate. So this is the point on the graph. This is the points on the graph which has x equals -4 as its x coordinate. And then to find the value of f at x equals -4, what we need to do is to look at the y coordinate of this point. So the y coordinate of this point is 2 units down from the origin, which is -2. Therefore, for part A, we know that f of -4 equals -2. Okay, the next one, we would like to find g of 3 as what we did before. So we locate the x equal 3. So this is x equal 3. And then find the point on the graph which has 3 as its x coordinate. So this is the point on the graph which has 3 as its x coordinate. And then find the corresponding y coordinate. So this is the y coordinate. And we can count it is 1, 2, 3, 4 units from the origin, which means that g of 3 equals 4. Okay, next question. For what values of x is f of x equals g of x? Basically, this asking what is the x coordinate when f and g intersects. Okay, so f and g intersects exactly at these 2 points, and the x coordinate of these 2 points is, so the first one has x coordinate -2, and for the second point it has x coordinate x equal 2. Okay, so when x equals -2 or x equals to, f of x equals g of x. The next one, estimate the solution of the equation f of x equals -1. So f of x tells us the y coordinate of a point on the graph of f. So we want to find first a point on the graph of f which has -1 as its y coordinate. So first, this is exactly y equals -1, and the point at which the y coordinate, the point on the graph of f at which the y coordinate is -1 is exactly this point. Okay, so to find the value of x so that f of x equals -1 is the same thing as to find the x coordinate of this point, and the x coordinate of that point is -1, -2, -3. So the answer for part C is x equals -3. Next problem, part D. On what interval is f decreasing? Okay, so we assume that the domain of f is only from -4 to 4, and we cannot extend the function all the way to the right or all the way to the left of -4. Okay, so by assuming that, then we can see that f is decreasing starting from x equals 0 all the way up to x equals 4. In the interval notation, we can write that f is decreasing on this interval from 0 to 4. Part E. State the domain and range of f. Okay, the domain of f is exactly all possible x coordinate of all points on the graph of f. And the domain then is from x equals -4 until x equals 4. So domain of f. And the range of f is all possible y coordinates of points on the graph of f. We can see that the minimum y we can have is y equals -2, and the maximum y that we can have is y equal 3. Okay, and for any other y in between -2 and 3, there is a corresponding point on the graph of f. So it means that the range of f is from -2 up to 3. Last problem. State the domain and range of G. Again, the domain of G are all possible x coordinate of all points on the graph of G. So the x coordinate of points on the graph of G is from -4 up to 3. Domain of G is -4 up to 3. Now what is the range of G? The range of G are all possible values for the y coordinate of points on the graph of G. So the minimum one is, so say this is 1/2, and the y coordinate of G can achieve y equals 4, and for all numbers in between 1/2 and 4, there is a corresponding points on the graph of G. So it means that the range of G are all values between 1/2 and 4. Okay, sometimes for the domain and range we use different variables. So in the set notation, this is all x, so that x is between -4 and 4. And for this one, usually for the range, we use the variable y. So all y, so y is between -2 and 3. And we can write the similar set notation for the domain and the range of G.